Welcome to the Off Your Game with Josh and Ronnie, episode 14. Josh, how are you doing
Wow,
today?
can't believe it. We're almost on episode as many episodes as rants and expressions.
Rants and Bants, as they call him. Do you listen to
Rants
him?
and bants. Sometimes.
I'm assuming not when United win.
When do United win?
Do you know what? I've gotten so much comments at the gym from United fans. I don't know how it is that United fans watch this stuff, but they say that I tend to give them special treatment. I tend to mention them quite a bit. Your opinion on that, Josh?
They bring it on themselves.
So, Josh, just your thoughts on Man United and the state of them, because we're going to go more in depth with our teams. So, your thoughts. It's been a couple of weeks now, and all the behind the scenes nonsense that comes from their side. What's your thoughts?
Well, I did say Brighton would beat them, so one good prediction there. I think I got all my predictions. Did I get all my predictions right last week?
I have no
For
idea.
once.
The moment I give the prediction, I forget about it.
I picked Liverpool. I picked Arsenal to beat Everton. I picked Brighton to beat United. What was the other game that we did?
Oh yes, we only did certain games.
City
Now
and
that I
City.
remember.
I picked City,
Yeah.
obviously. So yeah,
Did you pick
but
City?
yeah, City to win. And actually think I got it 3-1. I think I might have got the right score as well. But anyway, um,
Did you
what
give
was the
scores? I can't
question?
remember you giving scores.
I gave one or two.
Yeah. No, I was just asking your just your thoughts on
Oh,
the
United's
the Mancunians of
spectacular
Manchester.
position.
Yes.
Well, Ten Hag's in a bit of a difficult situation now because he hasn't got a right winger. Um, Playing
So he has to
Bruno
play
there,
Diamond.
the players. This diamond, I'm not a fan of a diamond formation. I
Can't
think to
stand
play a
it.
diamond formation, you have to have players that have high football IQ, which United don't. Um, it's all looking good. It's looking
Oh
good for
my.
every other team.
I think you're trying your best to be respectful.
The thing is, it's been United and Chelsea are two perfect case studies for how not to run a club, how to waste £1 billion and get worse. How can
So what's
Chelsea
that?
spend £1 billion and their team is actually worse than before they spent?
I think that's probably part of the reason that it's difficult to control the chaos because it's chaotic there. Do you know that they haven't got enough space in their first team training room for all the players? So some players have to get dressed in a separate room because there's not enough space.
I've heard that. And the other thing is they still can't hardly put a team out. They got so many injuries.
That's another thing, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know if they will eventually. It is a long season. Eventually, come right by getting into Europe. And when I say Europe, I'm talking about the green competition, the Conference League. So,
Well,
but
there's about 10 teams going to the Champions League next season, so
oh
anybody
my
can make
goodness.
it.
Oh, so you
What's your thoughts on
am
the
I?
new Champions League format now that we have a moment?
Yeah, difficult one. I don't have a problem with it on the one hand, but then you start to come with this legacy. One team gets a legacy spot. I honestly don't know how to go think about it because you in a situation, Josh, as you seen in this last weekend, there are some strange teams in the Champions League that maybe should have been in the Conference League.
Like
So
Man United.
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. In your opinion, it's obviously gonna be the bigger nations are gonna have more teams. I'm assuming it will be stronger. Not so?
Well, it's only 4 extra teams.
Yeah, but it would still
What's
be
a
stronger.
legacy?
But
I didn't think there was going to be a legacy
so, say for example, Real
spot.
Madrid don't make the top five, then they will come in because they've obviously won it 14 times. Liverpool, AC Milan will be legacy teams.
But there's only one legacy spot.
I'm gonna have to. The thing is, Josh, I saw the last time I went into it because I felt that it was a bit too Super League for me, so I didn't really like analyze it properly. And I'm sure it's gonna change before January. It's gonna change again, but The way I understood it is it's obviously a couple of the stronger nations gets a fifth team, and then there's a legacy spot for someone. I don't even know how they're going to work that out, because what happens if three legacy teams is having difficult seasons?
Well, obviously
But
the team with the best legacy.
yeah, and then the other
There's
thing
a
is there's
legacy
now,
coefficient.
but then there's also now the other thing of the fifth spot, and now the legacy team will get in the top five, in my opinion. I'm talking about the teams that's done really well in the history of the Champions League: the Bayern Munich, Liverpool, AC Milan, Real Madrid, Barcelona. They will make their top five. I'm assuming a
So
team
you
that
could
has
have
also won
Celtic
it.
being a legacy team, seeing they won it in 1967.
Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. Imagine that.
Exactly. Forest
But
is a two-time champion.
two-time. I don't know if you know, but there was a press conference with Mr. Pep Guardiola, and he didn't know Nottingham Forest won the Champions League twice. He was shocked. He was like literally shocked. He nearly had a heart attack. He
A
didn't know they
football
won.
aficionado there, Pep.
Righto. Off Your Game episode 14. Let's get on to the show for today. And Josh, what we're going to do is we're going to obviously first focus on our teams. You go first. Your team played first. Your thoughts on Liverpool once again coming from behind, as they say.
A shocking first half, but not a
Yeah.
surprise seeing that obviously the 12:30 kickoff, players coming from
Again,
South
yeah.
America. McAllister looked dead on his feet. Yeah, he had to go off at half time, which
I saw him go.
I'm
off,
surprised Klopp played him and didn't play Endo, but given that, but second half was a different team. Wolves had their chances again. Wolves' problem is obviously goal scoring.
Finishing, yeah.
Cunha missed an absolute sitter.
Sitter again.
Wolves could easily have been 3-0 up at half time.
Could have been.
But
Yeah.
luckily
Did
they
have
weren't,
any?
and luckily Liverpool.
Sorry, I just want to ask, did they have any? I did fast forward to the second half. Funny enough, when Liverpool played better. But did Wolves have any half decent chances? Because I could see Liverpool dominating, obviously.
In the second half, not really. They might have had one or two half chances.
Yeah, I
but
didn't see a
nothing
proper
crazy.
chance. Even though I fast forwarded through, I could still see the game. I just didn't have time to watch the full game. So, but just your thoughts on this irritating conceding first nonsense from Liverpool?
Again, and it happened last night again.
Yeah. Funny enough, I watched again. I watched the first half, like better, like not fast forwarding the whole time. So, I think it's my fault that you guys are coming.
I actually put on after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
Whose goal? Oh, there you
I
go.
saw it back. It was a great
Poor.
goal, but
Yeah, but it was poor defending, man.
again, a
Jesus.
very poor first half performance. I mean, the first half was lackluster to say the least.
Yeah.
But second half, much better, and yeah, you expect them to beat Lask.
Yeah, but I mean, it's. I think both, even though it sounds like excuses, both has their reasons. The Wolves game, like you said, the international break, and every team I'm sure would have struggled, especially the big teams that had players in South America or wherever. So I can understand why that first half, but then you also take into account a couple of other games where they were behind. I know they were much better against Aston Villa, 3-0 and clean sheet.
But it's been going on since the start of last season.
It has been. No, you are right. I thought at Aston Villa they got it right. At Anfield against Aston Villa, because it was a 3-0 win. But yeah, I don't know. But they are picking up the points. They are third because of goal difference. So yeah, I foresee.
Yeah, so far so
Liverpool.
good as far as the points are concerned and results.
What's the status of injuries and those type of things? Anybody coming
Trent
back?
was still injured. Trent didn't play last week. He didn't play midweek. He may be ready for Sunday, but
So it's not a
not
long
100%.
situation.
I see Gravenberch went off yesterday. I'm not sure the status of his injury.
Is it? Yeah, I did see him start. Your thoughts on his display?
It was all right. He gave the ball away quite a bit, but
Quite a bit, yeah.
he had some
that
good
part I
moments.
saw. Is it? Anything else you want to add on Liverpool?
Salah was, I must say, but when Salah came on, he was the head and shoulders above the rest.
Above, yeah. It's actually quite interesting to see how he's performed so far this season. Loads of assists and goals once again, so he's dangerous.
especially with the assists. He could have had 3 assists last week if it wasn't for Elliott's given the own goal. What was the own goal? But yeah,
Yeah, it was given like that. Yeah. Just before, because
heartburn
Arsenal's
by.
at the bottom, have you got any thoughts on any of the other games like West Ham busy beating Man City? Also, another team that first off was a little bit not at their best, and then
I
Tottenham
didn't
also
see
not
that
at
game
their
at all.
best.
I didn't watch any of that game, but I
Okay.
heard that City were 1-0 down at
Yeah,
half time. But
they were still obviously like they normally are, most of the
City
ball,
also
and
quite
then
a slow start in games.
yeah, they are. But then they obviously get back into it, and so they looked good.
It's
Rodri
almost as
again
if
and
it's
Haaland.
complacency.
Possibly. But I think it's again almost all their players were on international duty. Tottenham winning the
Okay.
game after 100 minutes, so 100 and what's it,
Well, Sheffield
105th?
United 1-2 waste time, so
Exactly. Yeah, that's also my thing. I
big
didn't
man
have
thing,
any.
you know them, my dear.
Yeah, big man thing. And then the Mancunians of Manchester narrowly losing to Brighton, who were in third gear.
Training game. Are we still going to talk about the Champions League?
Yeah, we're getting there.
So I'll leave that.
I'll leave that for that.
um, yeah, United just their midfield. They don't have a midfield. I mean,
Mhm.
I've never been a fan of Bruno, as you know,
Bruno Fernandes.
but he seems to be getting progressively worse because he used to lead up goals and assists. Now he doesn't even seem to have that. So.
That yeah, no, there's all sorts of problems there, but I don't know. We're going to see what Amrabat and Hoyland does. The
Hoyland looks
jury.
promising for me.
He does. No, he does. Somebody that I probably in one of my first shows when I started this channel, I said that Arsenal need to look at him as a plan B forward. And at that stage, he was probably 20 million, worth 20 million, 25 million. And then obviously Man United went to go and pay over the odds, which means they couldn't buy anyone else that they needed. So, strange one. Your thoughts on
Just while we're
Chelsea?
talking about United, just
Yeah.
before we leave United, I just want your opinion on Rashford. What's your opinion on Rashford?
Well, it's is it Rashford or is it Trashford? Fantastic individualistic player, moments player when he's given space. But okay, even if he's given space, he's everybody's saying it on all the streams, all the social media bunnies are saying that he should be laying off more balls to others because it just seems like he's going for stats. Like a certain other number 7 when he was there at the back end of his career at Man United. So,
Wow. And not tracking back like that other number 7 as well.
oh yeah, that too, yeah. Yeah, so very good player, dangerous player in a particular system, but not for me. I must admit, not for me.
Agreed.
Just your thoughts quickly on Chelsea, brother Josh. Sorry that I'm coughing
Once again, they can't score goals or a goal even.
just needed the one. Yeah, according to what I read, loads of chances, but as you say, not
Are
finishing
they
off their
chances
chances.
or are they half chances?
Well, half chances. Let's put it like that, because in order to score a goal, you need to have some sort of chance, and it just seems like they're not doing enough. Loads of money spent, decent players, decent manager, but
But
unfortunately,
what's your thoughts? I mean, why spend 175 million on Lavia and Caicedo and not go out and put that money down for a top class striker?
I honestly can't tell you. Nothing makes sense. It baffles me in terms of what they're doing. They've got like 6 holding midfielders. That's all good enough to do the job. And
Okay, they were unlucky with the Nkunku injury, though.
yeah, he was really looking good. So they were a bit unlucky there. And then Jackson, who was very good in preseason, seems to be one of those wasteful type strikers. Like, need loads of chances to actually bury one.
Yeah, like Glenn Hoddle said about Andy Cole.
Sorry. Yeah, I've got a lot of phlegm still. My flu is over, but I still have phlegm. It's just so ridiculous.
Post nasal drip.
Post nasal drip. There we go. So just on Arsenal once again, very good win. I thought we were in complete control. I'm going to actually ask your opinion as somebody with the eyes from the outside looking in about the goalkeeper. So just hang on with that. But I thought Raya was exceptional. I know that Everton and to a large extent PSV didn't trouble him, but sometimes you want a goalkeeper that gives calmness, and I just feel that calmness isn't quite there with Ramsdale. That's what I've now seen over the last two games. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Arteta does on Sunday, because I initially predicted that Raya will get Everton and he will get the Champions League game. Then I also then predicted that Raya will get Everton, Ramsdale will get Champions League because he was the keeper that got us there, if I can call it that, and then Raya to get the North London derby again. So once again, as I have been saying since the start of the season, Arteta is either confusing us or he's doing a masterstroke, or I don't know what is going on with regards to the positioning of players and those type of things. It's settling down a bit more now, but again, I'm most of the time stumped when my Arsenal buddies messages me to ask what's my opinion on the team and all those type of things. But before you come in, Josh, just from a performance standpoint, I thought Arsenal were in complete control. And there Josh goes, and there Josh comes back. Complete control once again, and obviously Everton, as Josh alluded to in his previous, even though he said Arsenal were going to win, that Arsenal has been struggling a bit for the last couple of seasons at Everton for some strange reason. Josh, the floor is yours.
Well, did not Teta say in the week that he wants to substitute his goalkeeper after 60 or 70 minutes? That would be a first, I think.
Yeah, I can't believe people believe him. He's clearly just deflecting the fact that he's made a decision on a goalkeeper, and it's probably
Yeah.
what we all think, that Raya is the new number one. But difficult. It's a difficult one because I personally like Ramsdale, but then somebody said on a stream that I watched, I can't remember who it was, that at big football clubs sometimes you have to make these big decisions to progress, and we'll see. I honestly don't know how to analyze the goalkeeping situation. I've heard from
Difficult because
everyone now.
Ramsdale was in team of the season last season.
Exactly my point. So yeah, but I do understand if it is that Raya is going to be for the medium term the number one. I do understand why there is instances in games where we are very comfortable and then suddenly, something is happening at the back. So I can understand, even though Ramsdale also makes great saves. Tottenham Hotspur last season, Liverpool. Remember some of the saves that he made there at the back end of the Liverpool, even though Liverpool should have
Yeah.
scored those
No,
chances,
he
but
was
he
man of the
still,
match in that.
yeah, and he still made great saves if you think about it. So, sorry,
I'll just
Josh,
say this on that
yeah,
he has to. He can't. I don't think you can go like one game Raya, one game
you can't.
Ramsdale, one game. That doesn't make sense.
It's not gonna
Either
work.
okay, different competitions I can understand. Yeah,
Yes, obviously,
players, goalkeeper plays in Europe, goalkeeper plays Premier League. Fair
Carabao Cup
enough.
and
But
all that.
one game in the league, swapping goalkeepers, I think is a recipe for disaster. I think he's got to. If Raya is his number one, then he's got to stick with Raya for the foreseeable future.
No, 100%, brother Josh. Is it cool with you to go to the slide of the upcoming games?
Yes,
Here
perfect.
we go. Oh, okay. Just quickly on the league situation, I personally feel City, Liverpool, Arsenal, I don't know what order yet, still to be seen. But I think those are going to be the three teams. Do you think Tottenham will cause a concern for those three? Or will Tottenham be battling for a fourth? Because remember, it's five teams that has Champions League football.
Look, they could possibly go. How do I put this? They could possibly finish third if one of those Arsenal or Liverpool stumble, have injuries. But I don't see them getting into any kind of title battle or title
Oh, no,
race.
no, no. I didn't mean that. I just meant like, will they push for a second or third? Well,
Possibly
you just
third if
basically said it.
Liverpool or Arsenal have a stumble or have injuries.
And I'm assuming you mean because of the whole Europe thing as well, and they will have a week to prepare and those type of things. Is that also part of your reason?
True. Yes, that's part of it. But the other thing is, if Tottenham have a couple of injuries to key players, then they
Exactly.
might not even finish top six because they're very much a first 11 team this season.
Yeah, I don't know if Perisic is a nailed-on starter. He hasn't been, but already he's out for the season. He has an ACL. So your
Oh, really?
players
I
that,
didn't know that.
yeah, he got a serious, well, not serious, he got a ACL. So he's out for the season in the week in training. So again, something like that can happen, brother Josh, where in training you can have an injury. So we'll
Look,
see
Perisic, I
how it
don't
goes.
think was an integral member of the squad, but a useful player to have,
Yes, yes.
obviously.
I'm just saying about now squad depth now. So now somebody's going away. I know it's not the first team, but then when the first team guy needs to have a bit of a break, then somebody else comes in. He can play both wing backs and he can play as a forward. So he's now not there. But we'll see how it goes when it comes to that. Just your thoughts on the newly promoted teams, just to go away from the top 7 teams that we normally talk about. And I know there's 2 teams in the top 7 that's nowhere near the top 7. Well, actually, they
Who are
are.
those two?
Like, remember my graphic at the beginning where Man United and Chelsea are in the top 7 teams graphic that we focus on? And they
Oh,
are
as
not.
in top seven, I get what I thought
Yeah.
you meant currently
Yeah.
the top seven.
Yeah, I actually meant the 7 teams that we follow in inverted
The
commas.
so-called top seven. Okay, I've
Yeah.
got you.
Just your thoughts on the newly promoted teams,
Not
Josh?
a good
Any,
start at all from either
yeah,
from
is
any
it
of them.
1-1-0? Is it right? Yeah, 1-1-0. Has anybody, any of the 3 shown anything? Because according to me, maybe Burnley in terms of playing style, but they are
Sheffield United have
wasteful.
been the most competitive.
Yeah, they have
When
been.
they were unlucky against Spurs, they gave Man City a good game.
A very good game, yeah. They were very unlucky to lose. Well, City
Um,
dominated again, but I hear you.
so far have been the most competitive.
Josh, I
Burnley's
don't
too
know if you
open.
could. Yeah, no, they are too open. Sorry, Josh, I just lost you there. Can you just went off now? Can you just repeat
Are
about
you there?
Sheffield? No, you here now. I'm just saying, can you just repeat what you said about Sheffield? Most competitive?
Can you hear me, brother Ron?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I can hear you. I'm waiting on you to speak. Are you back on? Testing, testing. Hello. Not hearing anything. Let me see what happened here. Is your phone? Are you on mute? What's happening? Can you come out and back in again if you can hear me? Back in and back out. Right, let's see if Brother Josh comes back in. Yeah, unfortunately, live in a time where all sorts of issues happen with these shows. StreamYard not the best, unfortunately. Let me just see if I can get Josh on here again. Hi, Josh, you there?
No, now I can hear. I couldn't hear you before.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what went. You just went out, then in, then you were just looking, and because you couldn't hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Josh, the last bit ended with you saying Sheffield has been the most competitive out of the 3 so far. I agree, and you also said
And I
Burnley's
said
way
Burnley's
too
too
open.
open.
Too open, yeah. Nottingham Forest, who've had a nightmare start in terms of fixtures. They had to go to Chelsea, they had to go to Tottenham, they had to, no, not Tottenham, Arsenal, Man United, and now Man City again. And I think there was another difficult fixture. It's weird, they got all these big away games, so maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. They obviously got
Well,
the result
they
against
got to win against
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, so quite a difficult one. Uh, so that's 6 out of 6 for City, 18 points. They've never done that before.
What if they win?
If they if they win. I'm not seeing any interesting fixtures until the 3rd page. So struggling Man United and Chelsea. Aston Villa, who's been very disappointing. They were disappointing in the Conference League as well against Legia Warszawa. So I don't even know how to predict that Chelsea game because Chelsea is not really pulling up trees.
No draw.
There we go. No, 0-0. And then Burnley, a very open Burnley. Certainly, Man United are going to make use of the openness of Burnley on a Saturday evening, 8 o'clock UK time.
What time are Spurs playing? I can't see. It's too far away. I can't see that.
Okay. So Chelsea's playing Aston Villa the Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock. Man United's playing Burnley at 9 o'clock tomorrow. That's Saturday evening at Burnley. And then Arsenal are playing Spurs 3 o'clock, same time as Liverpool West Ham. Brighton's also
Really?
playing at 3.
I
Yeah,
thought did they move that game?
they moved it. I think it's something. Sorry, it's something to do with Jewish holiday for some reason. So that it was going to be a 5:30 game, and then they moved it to 3 o'clock. So your holiday, Josh.
I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, that's what I read. I could be wrong, but I think it's something to do with the Jewish holiday. So let's not get too religious on that. So Liverpool, West Ham, same time as Arsenal, Tottenham. So they're going to lose a lot of viewers.
Did no one watch the North London derby?
We will get to the Arsenal
Right.
Tottenham game shortly. Just on Liverpool, West Ham. West Ham, they tend
Can I just
to.
make speaking? Since a certain Arsenal fan said Brighton must get relegated, Brighton have gone from strength to strength. So maybe you
Yeah,
should.
yeah, they have, but they were
Maybe the
poor.
team should
Gee
pay him
whiz.
to ask him to get relegated.
Yeah, yeah, they were very. Okay, well, I only saw the highlights, but very poor goals conceded in their loss. They lost in the Europa League to Ike Athens 3-2. Brighton now. I'm referring to Brighton. Don't
Yeah,
know if you
yeah,
know
no,
that.
interesting.
Liverpool, West Ham, your thoughts, Josh?
Mikel Antonio has been talking this week, I believe.
Oh, again. What's he got
Yeah,
to
he
say
said
this
that
time?
Liverpool should have taken the money for Salah. Apparently, according to him, they were offered 215 million. I don't know where he got that information from, but
I
um,
don't think they offered that.
they weren't. I don't think, but and that they got nothing to play for this season.
Liverpool
Liverpool,
have nothing to play for.
no.
Did this guy really say that, or did somebody like put words into his mouth?
I didn't see the interview. That's what I'm hearing from Liverpool fan channels.
Okay, and they obviously won't BS you. Your thoughts on the game? West Ham, obviously the only team to beat Brighton away, and well now
But
Ike
West Ham
Athens
are a
as
good
well.
team.
They are. I think they've been really good so far, but I do expect Liverpool to pull this one through and to be better in the first half. But again, it's now a Europa League, so
Now
I
after
don't know.
hangover from playing on Thursday nights, and
Yeah, so all those things does come into play, which makes the Arsenal Tottenham game interesting because Tottenham's been preparing all week for Arsenal.
but then on the other hand, some people say that you get into a rhythm of playing every 3 or 4 days.
That is what I thought with regards to Arsenal last season. I thought it was not going to be a blessing in disguise, which I mentioned a couple of times on our shows. The fact that we're
Yeah.
not playing, I actually mentioned that. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm obviously always confident for the North London Derby. They've won once, but we'll get to that.
Especially at
Yeah,
Emirates.
at the Emirates, yeah. So, and we finally broke the hoodoo last season up there. But yeah, I foresee Brighton to beat Bournemouth, I think. And then Sheffield United maybe to get a draw against Newcastle.
Newcastle haven't been as good this season. Even in I watched the Milan game. I know we're not getting onto the
Yeah,
Champions League, but they didn't play that well. I mean, they got a good
yeah,
result, but not a great performance.
yeah. No, I agree with you there. Anything more to add on
Milan are not great.
No, they're not. They got beaten 5-1 by Inter Milan, who also are not great last week. Is that fine if we move on, or do you want to add anything to the Liverpool West
No,
Ham?
no, I think Liverpool should get a win, but it's not going to be easy.
I think it will be a tough one.
But
Yeah.
Anfield,
At Anfield, yeah. At Anfield. So, Josh, North London Derby time. Come on, you Gunners. Let's smash these scumbags. I actually said on my. What was it? This guy. You've got the pipes, as they say. Yeah. Concerns. So, let's start there. I think my only Arsenal are playing well at the moment. The last two games they've been good. Concerns is probably when you start changing the teams and those type of things, and then how can this team deal with Champions League football? They were very good against PSV. I personally think PSV is a very good team, but we made them look really slight on Wednesday evening. So from a form standpoint, I'm confident. Obviously, I think the concerns, if I can call it concerns, is I think Tottenham are doing really well. They've got just this new verve about them under Costapoglu oozing sauce. So, yeah, I've gone 3-1, but I won't be surprised if Tottenham surprise us by scoring more than one goal. Brother Josh.
Yeah, I think that Tottenham's biggest problem is obviously the centre forward. And this week these Tottenham fans are really getting on my tits with their they're so cock a hoop now that, oh, we're better without Harry Kane, we're better without Harry Kane. If you put Harry Kane in this team, they're a better team. I mean,
Country, wow.
it's a different manager, it's a different system, so you can't. It's ridiculous.
Just quickly, I'm just thinking of, because I analyze Arsenal in depth. Other than the fact that they are my team and I watch them obviously every second of the day, well, every second of the matches that they play. So I do know what they can do, what they can't do, and teams we haven't made mistakes now anymore. So teams haven't really gotten through us. They haven't been able to play through us that easily anymore, just due to the fact that we have Rice there and the inverted roles. That's getting better because Zinchenko's there. But I'm just trying to think they've been good in midfield, Tottenham now. So obviously Saar and Basuma.
Basuma's a really good player.
Really good player, yes. And then Saar as well does his job. And then obviously Madison has been phenomenal, player of the month last month. So yeah,
The
I
forwards
can't
for
see how they
me,
can.
Tottenham forwards are their weakness, whereas before it was
Yeah.
their strength.
Yes. But and then Porro at right back against Trossard and Udogi against
Forwards been
Saka
better this season.
from from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, even from I mean, obviously this will be a big test for him.
Mm. Yeah, no, I think we can
Udogi's
hurt
been
them.
excellent.
Yeah, I think we can
Udogi.
hurt them with their wing backs, and then Van der Ven and Romero. I obviously always rate Romero, World Cup winner, the same like Lisandro Martinez, and look how good Lisandro Martinez is playing. Hint, hint. So yeah, I'm still confident that
Another one.
Arsenal can. Yeah, yeah. I'm still confident. I'm going 3-1, brother Josh. Your prediction for this game?
2-1 to Arsenal.
Wow, you think Arsenal will win?
I think Arsenal will win, being at home, and also so a slightly better team overall than Spurs.
Yeah, I think we quite a distance better than them, but I think they're on a good straight now. We still need to see how they go across the season, but
Unless Slick Rick finds his scoring booth.
Slick Rick Richarlison, Europe, brother Josh, Europe. Any games you want to discuss there, brother Josh?
Is this Champions League?
Champions League, yeah. So just quickly on the first page, I don't know what you can see because you are further from your phone. So we've got Milan, Newcastle. You already mentioned that.
I did
Obviously,
watch the
goalless
game.
draw.
Yeah,
Not impressed with either.
Dominated, but they got a good result. So it's a good start for them in the group. When they go back to St James's, obviously it'll be a different game.
Different game, yeah. PSG Dortmund. What games did you see? Let's maybe start there
I saw
on the
better
Tuesday
that game,
game.
second half.
Okay,
Dortmund had
Your
a few
thought-
chances after
They did.
PSG went 2-0 up, but
2-0 up, yeah.
didn't take them. It's going to be interesting between the other three teams who go through. I think PSG will go through, but it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who will because I wasn't impressed with Dortmund,
Very
wasn't impressed with Milan, wasn't impressed with Newcastle. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Just quickly on the Tuesday games, the City and Barcelona games. Did you see any of those?
No.
Okay, so City were they 1-0 down at halftime? Yeah, they were 1-0 down at halftime again,
Yeah.
same as West Ham. Yeah. And then they finally got back into the swing of things in the second half again.
City are just copying Liverpool.
Yeah, that's how it seems. And then Barcelona, that was the game that I watched from the Tuesday games that I watched in full. They were excellent. João Felix has turned over a new leaf there. So he's got 3 goals in the last 2 and 3 assists. So he's looking really, really good
Hard to
there.
believe he didn't do well at Chelsea.
Shocking, absolutely shocking. And then the Wednesday games, Real Madrid, Union Berlin. Madrid dominating again, Berlin defending well. Had a couple of chances on the counter-attack, and then Jude Bellingham What a player. I absolutely love this guy. Yet again, coming to the rescue for Real Madrid. Or is it fake Madrid? We'll see how that one goes. You watched on Wednesday? I'm assuming you watched Bayern Mancunian of Manchester's.
Yes, yeah, I watched that game. I thought Bayern weren't great, but
Yeah.
I think they were just playing in second gear.
Yeah, they should have won more comfortably. It was really silly and weird goals that they conceded. But to be fair, I watched them in the Bundesliga. They've been conceding goals like that since the start of the season and most of the second half of last season under the manager that they have. So there is still a little bit of issues with them. Were you able to catch any of the Arsenal PSV game?
No, because I was watching United.
Okay. Oh, you oh, so you don't watch highlights, brother Josh. What's going on here, brother Josh? Yeah, Arsenal were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and we are turning a gear now. You're going to see a you. I hope I don't even think you'll be able to watch Sunday because your team's playing Sunday. So Liverpool, West Ham. So you won't be able to watch. So you haven't seen Arsenal how they are able to change gears and play through teams now. So
I will try and
catch
watch that game
when you
or the highlights at least. The
yeah
half an hour
highlights
highlights.
because yeah, there is half an hour highlights here. Sociedad Inter wasn't a great game, and then Sevilla Lens, Arsenal's other teams in Arsenal's group, uh, both teams were poor. So I think Arsenal's going to do quite well in this group, but it is still early. Anything can still happen, like you say,
I think
injuries and
Arsenal
those
will
type of
win the
things.
group. I think that's pretty
No, that I
pretty
know, but I
pretty
don't want
strong.
to like say it's going to be 16 points, for example, which I think we'll get 13 or 14. 4 wins and 2 draws, possibly. Possibly Sevilla will be better at home against us, while we are still trying to contend in the league as well. So that's something that could become a problem. Brother Josh, your hot take for the weekend.
No, you're putting me on the spot. Burnley to beat United. How about that? First
There
win
you
of the
go.
season.
First win of the
The gift
season.
that keeps on giving. It ain't easy.
My hot take is that Man United will beat Burnley because that's what's going to. Yeah, I haven't got anything else. The North London derby, I think Arsenal will be good again. Tottenham have got the ability to score goals, obviously. We'll see how they go. The teams that have actually not played a low block against us have actually gotten. Arsenal have sorted them out. But most of the teams play a low block against us. So it's going to be interesting to see there. So my hot take is that Tottenham will play a low block against
How about
Arsenal and
this
try
for
and
our
catch us.
take?
Yeah,
How many points do you think Luton? Do you think Luton will get double-digit points this season?
that's my hot take. I think they will get more than 10 points.
I think they'll get 8.
How much points did Derby County get that year when they were the
11,
worst?
I think.
Is it? Gee, was it
I
that
think so,
little?
yeah.
So that is the show for today. There was here and there a little bit of gremlins. We'll see what happens when we are
I think
actually.
City will also get 11 points this season because they'll get
Oh my.
minus 100 points from their infidelities.
Yeah, I saw a post today somewhere along the line of the head office in Dubai is apparently behind the scenes, busy trying to find ways to either help Man City or find them in more trouble. I don't know. I must read the article. It's poor of me not to read
Head
the
office of
article.
what?
The Premier League in Dubai.
Is the head office of the Premier League in Dubai?
Not the head. I think they've got like a head office there in Dubai, if that makes sense. So obviously the head office is in
Oh,
England,
yeah,
but
I get it.
yeah, I think I need to just reread that. But they are apparently not releasing the findings. I think that's what the point I'm getting to. They taking forever to release the findings. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be swept under the rug, and the Premier League will
I
get
have
more
no
money.
doubts that it will be swept under the rug.
Yeah, 100%. So, brother Josh, hopefully we must see if we can meet up next week, possibly next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, and then we try and record a show together. I think it's about time for us to meet up. What you say about that, brother Josh?
I think I don't know about next week with the Ryder Cup,
Okay,
but the following week would be good. I don't know what's happening with rugby and
we'll make a plan. Yeah,
should
the
be fine
rugby's
in the
all
morning.
late. Yeah, remember the
Yeah.
rugby is always all the big games are
What?
late on.
Quick,
So
before you go, give me a prediction for tomorrow on the rugby.
I haven't thought that far yet. The Springboks are so
You haven't thought.
yeah, the Springboks are going to be very dominant, but the Irish are very very smart. So
I think South Africa will win.
I'm leaning towards that, but a lot of people are not aware of how smart and tactical the Irish play, which could negate the physicality of the Springboks. So that's my
Andy Farrell. I
concern.
mean, Owen Farrell's Faja.
Yeah, Faja, yeah. So
Faja.
yeah, I never go against the box, especially when it's in these big games. But there is a way for Ireland to negate the forwards of the box, and then to get enough ball to put pressure on us. But the defense of the box are going to be another standout, as they say, as all the football fans switches the stream down. Brother Josh, thanks so much. Great show. Hope you have an awesome week further.
You too. Thanks, eh? Have a great
Cheers,
weekend.
brother Josh.